Hi, the name is Joe Daniel. Jodnyl. Why me? Cursed. Never ending. Ridiculously. Outstanding. Still standing. Aquarian. Taking a left by the watershed. Should have gotten to sleep. I'm walking through tall trees, super tall. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of dope. I'm walking through Carroll Garden. Carroll Garden. I'm just walking through Carroll Garden. Now I'm coming up on what seems it could have been. Street or Aberon. Talking on you really feel like and then maybe I must be me like I've never been before. With all his kindness and love warm in the sun side. Trying to get back to you tonight. And maybe we can take a walk to Carroll Garden. Carroll Garden. And I wish that I could have it all myself. But part of the reason it's great is all of the people that making it great is know that you ain't gonna change, but nobody knows. Cause nobody knows you like I do.
Hello, this is Irving calling from the Orange Julia store in the Cough Park Hotel. They were currently closed, but we've been getting a lot of emails lately from someone plugging a Cough Park CD, number 7. Maybe you can take your PR stunt and take it where the sun don't shine. I'm serious. So you can go plug that Oshawa show in the Pez Project, someone else, because this is a serious time we're going through for the whole world. I'm currently not at Orange Julius. I'm at home. I've got my bong, legal, I think, and I've got my bag of chips, and I've got my U.S. Netflix. And I don't appreciate someone hustling me with their PR stunts. It's the thing that's so self-centered. Okay, again, this is Irving from Cough Park Hotel, Orange Julius. Our opening is 30 states in the next few weeks after this pandemic goes away. And you're welcome to come in for a free drink. We have coupons. Sorry. Okay, I've got to go. Bye.
Thou art 1,000 times more wicked than Barabbas, steeped in the most sinful myrrh, and fed on filth since childhood. Know thy Sabbath, for thou shalt celebrate it without us, horrid nightmare. Rotten cancer that cannot be told, that wert born when thy mother withered in spasms of filth. Hump of a pig, snout of a horse, that wert born when thy mother withered in spasms of filth. May all the medicines in this world be bought for thou to care for thy wounds. Yes, this is by Tyler Reesan. See you later.
is Serena Mccarroll calling, which is how you can credit me. I'm calling again, and I thought I would read you something I came across. I write things down sometimes, and this is old, and I'll just read it. Okay. While preparing for a show, you opened a box of merch with t-shirts inside, but they were all super tiny. Who are these for? Someone asked. Dogs, you answered. I don't know why I wrote that down. I don't know what it is. Did I write down a dream? Did I dream? I don't know. I have no memory of writing it down. I don't. But I did ask someone if dog merch is a thing, and it's not. Goodbye.
Well, it's today's headlines. Top of the news. Biden wins Michigan's Democratic primary. The biggest prize is up for grabs. Joe Biden, not Bernie Sanders, is the true Scandinavian, and why Bernie Sanders lost Michigan and what it means for his campaign. How about that? Coronavirus headlines. Canada releases coronavirus guidelines when to cancel major events. Also, the Grand Princess passengers return to Canada, and Italy is on a total lockdown. Not good. EU promises whatever it takes to curb coronavirus, with live updates. Trump scare shows no American is immune from coronavirus risk. And let's see, what else have we got here? Oh, a whole bunch of schools closing. It's all coronavirus news these days, right? Okay. So, how about some other stuff? How about the fact that my phone is tracking everything I do? Everywhere I go, when I go to the bathroom, when I go to the coffee shop, when I go to get my oil changed at the Canadian Tire store. What is this? What do they care? Why are they following me? Why are they following you? Who knows? Meanwhile, the other electronic equipment in my house is also ratting me out. Okay? Toasters that report back to the makers. Little Roomba vacuums that report on the size of your home. And, I just think that I've had about enough. When does somebody stand up and say, enough from these companies sort of data mining my ass off? This is getting to be too much. Finally, how about all these rich corporations, Apple, Adobe, Microsoft, Facebook, they all have rights to whatever I put on the internet. How does that work? They didn't do anything. I put a picture up, they can grab it and keep it and use it, and I can't say anything about it. If I buy an iPhone, I can't even buy it. I don't own it. I'm sort of leasing it or something. It's terrible. And Microsoft, you know what? You buy some software from them, and then they update all their operating systems, and it's toast. I tell you, it's time to get real. It's time to buckle down. It's time to go back to basics. Find some real simple old computers, get a bike, and eat a lot of vegetables. I'll report in next week's headlines tomorrow. And that's the news from Jan in Normandale.
sign today that Ethiopian place called Serena, open for business. Been closed for a long time, but you know what's good? Good sign today that Ethiopian place called Serena, open for business. Been closed for a long time, but
Jane green and blue. Daily fish, Cottoneye slow. 1, 2, 3.
Horse and it did have a name. Never rises enough to trust. I got my shit down. How are you doing? Ride me and you're high. Ride me and you're high. It's stitched in your eye. I give it a try. But the time I die.
Embers twist in whispering winds, vibrant swells of light never betray an inkling of mortality. Letters jumble and leapfrog, dreams, memory now spelled the same. The dictionary that lies by my bed speaks in truths, conditional and temporary, while reality is the uncomfortable whip of wind out of the car window, choking us and making our eyes sting. Unprocessable, only to fall back, out of breath, in the same old chair. Everything settles. Art is not in the Louvre, but in the hearts of confounders of expectation, breaking down what was exposing truthful contradictions. Growth, the breaks men strongest. Forest aflame with passioned uproar, violence owns this night. Playful and terrifying thoughts propelled into the blinding shadows of faith. No regard for consequence, meaningless future. Shards of liberty pierce the cold night air by way of the hammer. Time? Not for me, thanks. The only solace is its universal absence. Like the match. Does reality undo good schooling? Do rejects understand God's smile? Dread reason until guidance succeeds. Dried reeds utter gilded soliloquy. Dry, rich ugliness floats sublime. Darkness resists untold glory swiftly. Dank, red umbilical gore stretches, damp, rotting, unambitious, grinding stops. Dear reason, unaware, getting softer. Dearest reason, understood, growing simpler. Dead reason, useless, goes straight. Dying reason, underactor, gives softly. Does righteous understanding give soft? Do ravenous cultures give safety?
Hey, I am at your exhibit here at the Robert McLaughlin in Oshawa, and I noticed that you set up a phone number for people to call to give a 3-minute message. Well, this really reminded me of a movie that HBO made back in 1986 called Apology, where an artist, during her exhibit, decided to play a bunch of apologies that she had the people sorry, from the city of New York call in and record. So I just figured that I would let you know that this is a really odd mirror I find myself looking into. So yeah, I figure you probably appreciate knowing that. If this matters or works in any way, like I said, the movie came out back in 86, it's by HBO, and you can credit me as Adam Crash. Thanks a lot, brother.
I have a brand new song I'd like to share with you. It's called, It's Wonderful You. Okay. It's wonderful you. You're there in my headlights. It's wonderful you. You're there in my headlights. At first I didn't know it was you, but then I turned my headlights on. It's wonderful you. You're there in my headlights. It's wonderful you. You're there in my headlights. At first I didn't know it was you, but then I turned my headlights on. It's wonderful you. You're there in my headlights. Okay, thanks. Bye. Hello?
One of the Hell's Angels on the line. Sonny Barger. I got that right, Sonny? Yeah. Okay, what's up?
I didn't go there to police nothing, man. I ain't no cop. I ain't never gonna ever pretend to be a cop. And this Mick Jagger, like, put it all on the Angels, man. Like, he used us for dupes, man. You know, and as far as I'm concerned, we were the biggest suckers for that idiot that I can ever see. And you know what? They told me if I could sit on the edge of the stage so nobody would climb over me, you know, I could drink beer until the show was over. And that's what I went there to do. But you know what? When they started messing over our bikes, they started it. I don't know if you think we pay $50 for them things or steal them or pay a lot for them or what. Ain't ain't nobody gonna kick my motorcycle. And they might think because they're in a crowd of 300,000 people that they can do it and get away with it. But when you're standing there looking at something that's your life and everything you got is invested in that thing and you love that thing better than you love anything in the world and you see a guy kick it, you know who he is.
Growl. Yeah. Hit. Bark. Yeah. Bark.
Why you do this? You know I can't.
To walk many times with Cough Park Hotline, the creation of your own name.
See, how come she can rap? Why you do this? You know I can't.
To walk many times with Cough Park Hotline, the creation of your own name.
See, how come she can rap? Why you do this? You know I can't.
To walk many times with Cough Park Hotline, the creation of your own name.
See, how come she can rap? Why you do this? You know I can't.
To walk many times with Cough Park Hotline, the creation of your own name.
See, how come she can rap? Why you do this? You know I can't.
To walk many times with Cough Park Hotline, the creation of your own name.
See, how come she can rap?
Locked up behind prison bars, and the sound of too many people sleeping in their cars. It's the sound of roads and bridges that are starting to crack, and it's the sound of a future that's not coming back. Is that the sound? Is that the sound of freedom? Is that the sound of freedom you hear? That's zooming across the sky. Or is it your future waving goodbye? Come see flora, fauna, waving goodbye. And even Kyle and Ahab's ghost man, he is starting to cry. And in a hopeless situation, singing the best thing to be done. And I propose an ounce of love can come to tongue. Is that the sound? Is that the sound of freedom? Is that the sound of freedom you hear? That's ringing out across the sky. It's just our love. Our love, ooh, it's just our love waving goodbye.
Hello, welcome to the Citibank.
My credit name is Ibrahim. I'm in an empty bar in Greenfield, Massachusetts. I've been left here alone to sleep. There's a couch in the bar. I'm going to sleep on it. Nobody's here. It's very nice. There's talk on the street, sounds so familiar. Great expectations, everybody's watching you. People you meet, they all seem to know you. Even your old friends treat you like you're something new. Johnny come lately, the new kid in town. Everybody loves you, so don't let them down. You look in her eyes, the music begins to play. Hopeless romantic, here we go again. But after a while you're looking the other way. It's those restless hearts that never met. Johnny come lately, there's a new kid in town. Will she still love you when you're not around? There's so many things you should have told her, but night after night you're willing to hold her. Just hold her, tears on your shoulder. There's so many things, so many things. There's talk on the street, it's there to remind you. Doesn't really matter which side you're on. You're walking away, they're talking.
Hi. 3-minute message, right. Okay, so this is cool looking. I'm standing in front of an art piece. It's very interesting. Oh, yes, I am sitting. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me, Easy. So could you play a little bit of cough? Sounds like some kind of taste. My name is Dex, and that's all you need to know. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Mwah.
This is Aliah Rosenthal, all lethal.
Fuck you, man. 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 Fuck you, man.
A few years ago, I had a young personal assistant named Linda. I'm not terribly proud of having had a personal assistant. It seems like such an entitled thing to do. But I was touring a lot at the time and had a home and a dog that needed looking after during my frequent absences. Linda was bright, reliable, and eager. One afternoon, I sent her to the Brooklyn Bazaar to buy a few odds and ends for me. This was the old Brooklyn Bazaar on Banker Street. I was leaving for South by Southwest in a few days, and there were some things I needed to take with me. After a short time, Linda came back white-faced, empty-handed, and trembling. She said, "Andrew, when I was in the bazaar just now, I was jostled by a woman in the crowd, and when I turned to look at her, I saw it was death that had jostled me. She looked right at me and made a threatening gesture, Andrew, please, could you loan me some money so I can fly away from New York and escape my fate? I'll fly to Portland. I've got friends there. And if I hurry, I can be there by tonight, and death will never find me there. Linda was clearly shaken up. I told her not to worry about the money, that I'd buy her the ticket to Portland myself. So I logged on to Expedia, and while Linda hurriedly threw some things into a bag, I found her a seat on a JetBlue flight to Portland that was leaving JFK within the hour. I drove her to the airport myself, going many miles per hour above the speed limit on the Van Wyck. She exited my car at the curb and ran into the terminal without so much as looking back. After I returned from the airport, I went down to the Brooklyn Bazaar myself and found Death standing in the crowd. She was easy enough to spot. She was at a used record stall, flipping through a box of vinyl from the hospital label. She had alabaster skin, transparent ice blue eyes, and long hair that looked like it had been dyed pillowcase white. She was wearing a translucent white veil and looked like someone, or something, that had emanated from a frozen hell. I said to her, "Why did you jostle my assistant and make a threatening gesture at her this afternoon?" Death looked at me with genuine puzzlement and said, "I made no threatening gesture. That was merely a look of shock and surprise. I was astonished to see Linda here today in Brooklyn. For you see, I have an appointment with her tonight in Portland."
Hello. We're Spoiled Mangoes.
Enjoy our song.
Walter jet ski up in this celestial bitch. Duck be my lady tonight. Dun 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 dun. Duck be my lady tonight. Dun 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 dun. If it's pound for pound, right for wrong, and wrong is wrong, what right is? Oh, duck, be my lady. This night it is da 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 da. I've eaten duck from Peking many times. Do 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 ah. I've eaten duck from the Czech and Sloves. Da 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 da. No schools of fishies, the cashes, the critters,
Welcome back to the podcast. To start off things, I wanted to set a intellectual hierarchy. So who here can solve a Rubik's Cube? I can. I can't. Now we have the hierarchy established. Whenever I use Grammarly, It tells me I'm using a passive voice too much. Recently I've been listening to a lot of Aphex Twin, a little bit of you know who I'm talking about. I was talking with someone the other day about their favorite bank. I told them my favorite bank was Citibank, because I like how it has two eyes, like the T in between. They were telling me theirs is Royal Bank. They want to become rich and famous, so they use Royal Bank instead of Citi. You have to be humble to use Citibank. I think Citibank is for cool people. I think you're cool if you use Citibank. Don't get me started with TD though. Apple Pay is pretty cool. You can just tap your phone and it pays for it with your phone. Been listening to a lot of Kanye West recently. I really like his song on his newest EP. It was a good one. And I like music that starts off fast and kinda continues that, you know? Keeps that pace the entire time. I like the consistency. I think the most important thing in a piece of music is consistency. As long as you have consistency, the music will be. And
kind of concerned about the fact. I mean, have you thought this out?
No. Not a bit.
Well, there's pros and cons to it. You gotta, you know.
No, not really. I don't. If I didn't want to do it, I don't have to do it.
You could get into a scrape with that. Like if the reach on those things are pretty bad.
Well,
if you were talking about you'd be in a cage, like a shark cage.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna do that.
No, if I did anything, it would be I'm gonna take him shopping for candy, and we'll just go from there. I mean, he doesn't eat the candy I want him to eat. We'll take him home.
Wait, so are people gonna pay to see the wrestling match? Or?
I don't know what.
You don't know about that part of the arrangement.
I haven't heard any talk about that yet. The person who called me up, I believe he's an honest man. He's always been honest with me. I was happy and tickled to hear his sound of his voice. That was nice, but
oh, okay. All right.
You know, maybe some poor creature has lost his way.
Probably.
And he got hooked by a kiss, and I'm not gonna kiss him.
No, I thought you were gonna fight him.
Well, I'm supposed to wrestle with him.
You're supposed to wrestle.
That was what the guy told me, but I don't think it's been a big item on thought.
Right. Yeah.
Why don't we try to? I could be an astronaut with him, and we could be shot up in outer space as astronauts.
In one capsule.
Yeah, I could. You know.
I don't know.
All I've gotten is the 4th of July, and I want to realize that I want 5th of tequila more than I do the 4th of July.
Right. Sure.
That's kind of a selfish thought. But that's what I've been dealing with, and I've called up a lot of friends that I have who mean something to me. I have a friendship with them, tell them this new endeavor might, They really said, really?
Right.
You gotta fight an orangutan.
Well, that's what I said too.
I wouldn't fight one.
I wouldn't.
I'm not gonna fight it.
They rip your head off.
Of course they can, and they don't look very clean. They smell.
No, I'm sure they don't smell. I've never met one in person, but they can't smell it.
But I've learned this trick with chimps and that kind of creature, that if you rub sandpaper together, it turns them on, and they lose all contact with anything else.
Oh, that's a good trick. Yeah, that's a good defense.
Phineas T. Firefly here, again, grandnephew of Rufus T. Firefly. And I just wanted to relay that for years I have made a study of beaver carving techniques with their distinctive front teeth. They notch wood and strip the bark. Beaver dams have all manner of cut pieces, from big logs tapered at both ends to long skinny sticks to short fit pieces that a beaver has sculpted. Sometimes with a branch with several splits to it, each split distinctively notched and the bark stripped. The beaver does this so the wood will last longer in water. After stripping the wood, the beaver sinks the wood in water and it becomes impervious to rot, and I recover these pieces downstream from a beaver dam that has been destroyed, or a storm has knocked out, or some dumb human that doesn't love the architecture of a beaver dam does damage to it. When the beaver constructs the dam, it uses the sticks in all manner of layers of stones and gravel and mud. When the sticks are found downstream, they are shining because of the stripped bark. And some have fantastic shapes, abstract forms, but sometimes there are resemblances to other creatures, kind of an interspecies art. With crowdsourcing, I intend to mount an exhibition of beaver art in a gallery. I welcome beaver sculpture enthusiasts, but only those that respect the lodges and the dams and the dam beavers. Signing off, Phineas T. Firefly.
This is a response to the mechanic about what you had in your pocket. This is your father calling. I'm currently a chef down at Hotel Cough Park. This is kind of funny, like funnier than the last two calls. We, I hate to admit it, but you know the food you had for breakfast this morning at the buffet? Well, it was all free. We found it. Truck comes at 1 a.m. Pick it all up. You know, over 800% of food made is wasted. Ed Higgins came over for food. I would probably make him ham. Got some cheese here. I'm just putting in. It's kind of like a cooking call. You know, I'm like cooking at the hotel here. We have the vegan ham omelet. Freegan omelet. Sometimes it takes a while to get the old engine going. And we're changing the world here at Cough Park.
Okay, so our tools, we're cleaning out our basement and we're gonna make it a fighting place. It has to be 3 minutes. And I'm nervous. So where's this going? Going to the big city. It's a big city. What? Yeah, Ohio. It's going to Ohio. I'm trying to make it big in cosplay, so if you know anyone, just let me know. No, we would like to be credited by... No. Our credit will be the Three Musketeers. We'll be known as the Three Musketeers. If you can figure out who we are, we'll give you a prize. Okay. And I just want to say, I hope everyone's staying safe. Tomorrow is a new day. If you're looking for a sign from the universe, this is it. He's the one, guys. He's the one.